Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from. You're welcome to today's class, the Python basics for data analysis. All right. So, yes, last class on Monday, we talked about briefly on classes and objects. All right, on classes and objects. So for today, we'll be going. We're treating more and discussing more about classes and objects as we have in our agenda for today. Maybe I should just share it in our class so we'll just see what we are will be doing. All right, so this is it. So far, based on, I believe since we have not watched the video, but I don't know if you can still remember what I said about class and objects. Not even what was said in the recording, this video you guys watched today, or the ones that watched it. And we remind us, or just remind me what I said about class and objects. Then we can flow from there. Anyone? Anyone? All right, nobody.
I guess class is not from the previous class, but I think we have mentioned this thing another time. Class is like if you want to identify like the type of data you have put in your code. Like for example, when you are checking on data type, your terminal will always write class, maybe integer class, string, like that.
Exactly. You get it. You get the concept now. You're getting the concept now. I love that this one you just said. That means you know what is class. Are you getting me now? You know what is class. Yes, you know what is class. Just now your own is just to apply it to every aspect. Now, we have the integer class, right? We have the numeric class, and we have the string class. I get it. Now, inside the numeric class, we have the integers, have the floats. Now, inside the float, now we have the they are just floats. Let's say integer and floats. All right. Then for the strings, those are string class. So these are like for the numeric class, integer and object, integer and floats are what? They are objects of that numeric class. Are you getting me now? Are you getting me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Class is just like a blueprint, kind of a blueprint. Let's say class is like a group of objects with similar attributes and characteristics of or functions, what they do. These are class. Class is a collection of objects with similar attributes and similar functions. I said it here now that Kawira, Papa Charles, and Muhammad Ali, and me now, we are all in the same class. Why? We have similar things common. We meet around 8 on Wednesdays, on Fridays, and Mondays. We are studying Python together. Only Charles is an object. Only Kawira is an object. Muhammad Ali is an object. Me is an object. Together, we are a class. We are from the same class. That's basically what class is all about. I don't know if you're getting me now. Am I making sense?
Yes.
I'm making sense, right? Yeah, that's basically what class is all about. They are set of objects with the same attributes. With the same attributes. An object is an instance of a class with its own attributes and behavior. A class is an object. An object is an instance of a class. Then a class now is like that blueprint for creating objects, in the sense that you now define what that object does, the attributes, the functions of those of what that object can do, what those object can do. You now define it. Oh, because this guy has a male organ, because he has a masculine voice, because he has bears. Oh, he's of the male class. He has muzzle. Oh, he's of the male class. Oh, because she has a feminine voice. Oh, because she can sing, because you have feminine voice, yes. Because she has a female reproductive organ, because she can give birth, because she has mammary glands, then she's what? A female class. Now, example of that female class. Kawira is a female class, an object of that class. So Peggy is an object of that female class. Madam Joy is also an object of that female class. So these are just what classing an object works. That's what we mean of class and object. That's the meaning of it. Like example, now we have a car class. Example now, what does car class do? Car class have they have a brand, they have colors, and they have and they move. They have 4-wheel. That's a class. And you cannot define an object of that class, which is that example now, Toyota is an object of class, Camry an object of class. So Toyota and Camry, they are one kind of they are one the same thing now, right? Because Camry is like a model of Toyota. Honda is an instance. And other Audi, other cars, other types of cars, they are objects of that class. Why? Because they have the brand name, they have the model. I don't know if you're getting me. I don't know if I'm making sense. Am I making sense, guys? Hope you are getting me now. Hello, are we there?
Yes.
We are here. We are here with you. All right, please can someone just help? Let me give one more example. For example, now, I said in our last class that a bank account is a class that has account number, the account owner, account name, the bank, the balance. Those are the attributes for a account class, bank account class. Then what are the functions? What can I do with that class? One, I can check my account balance, I can withdraw, I can transfer. So these are what make up a class. Then object now, Opachas has a bank account. Bank is an object. Kawira has an object. Mali has an object. This is just basically what class and object means in summary. All right, can someone just give me a brief summary of it? Yeah, I know that we are all following. So we know that we are following. Can somebody?
Pardon, please.
Can someone just give us a summary of what I just said? So I'll know that you're following.
Sir, hello, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Very well, loud and clear.
Okay. So basically, from my own understanding is that from the example you cited is that the class is kind of an umbrella, be a basket that has objects in it, basically. So like the example you cited with them Peggy, them Joy, and all that, that they are the females. You understand? They are the female
Yes.
objects. They are the female objects in the class. Then you maybe have another class that is male, and you have other male objects in the class. So that's my overall understanding of the concept, sir.
All right. One. That's one. I'll see ask something again. Karila, can you go on, please?
I think just standing on what my concept of what I've understood, like Charles is explaining and the example you've given us, for me, class is like what do I say? It's like a container, but having several classifications inside it.
Okay. Mohammed, how about you?
Like it's a broader term of something like you have to describe, but it belongs to one, like an umbrella, then with branches.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mohammed, yes.
Yeah.
You said
Sir, for my understanding, class is group of like some things that have similar attributes. Like for example, you said Toyota, like Camry and Corolla, they have similar attributes because they are made from the same company, which is Toyota. So like they are in the same class but different model. So that's what
all
I
right.
get.
All right. Yeah. Okay. You guys said made a very good point. Very well. Yes. But one thing you should also know that class, like what you said, is umbrella, a container that contains objects of the same attributes, and they have the same functions. What made up a class is attributes and functions. Attributes it's just like your name and your complexion, attributes. Then function is like what you can do. So a class is just like a collection of, or it's just like a blueprint. Well, let's say it's a blueprint for creating an object, in the sense that a class now is like a collection of objects with the same attributes and perform the same function. Attribute and the same function. I don't know if I get it. I don't know if it's clear now. I don't know if it's clear now. Class.
Yeah.
Yes, it's clear.
Is a blueprint for creating an object. Now, what is that blueprint?
Wait, Mr. Apomi, let me take you back a bit, please. Wait, how do you bold these letters? Sorry.
Bold. Okay, this one here.
Yeah, how do you bold them?
Look at it now. You first of all turn into Markdown. You go to Markdown and turn into Markdown. We have code, we have Markdown, we have raw. Then you Markdown it, then you now put your hashtag. If you want it to be very big, you put just one tag.
Okay.
As the case may be. Right.
Okay, so but this only happen on that Jupyter, right? It don't happen on that Python.
No.
Okay.
Just on notebook. It's just on notebook. Either VS Code notebook or notebook. Those two. It happens there. Any of them.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So class is a blueprint for creating an object. When they mean blueprint, can someone explain the word blueprint for me? Who knows can you just explain
Like
what
a
blueprint?
standard of something.
Eh?
It's like a standard of how something should be done.
Exactly.
For
Who again
example,
can-
like a blueprint of this planning a house. Before you build a house, you have that blueprint, like how also look, the final product will look, but on a paper.
Okay. Yes, that blueprint. Who again can try? Who again can try? Yeah. In your own understanding, break it down to your own understanding. The blueprint.
Zapo is for me, like what I understand about blueprints, I think it's a detailed plan of something.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a detailed plan of something, like the originality, like from where it starts.
Fine. Good. Robert Charles, how about you?
How do
Robert
I
Charles?
put that? Sir, I'm looking at how best I put it.
Okay.
I think basically blueprint is just, will I just use it as a plan on how something should be? Or a plan, a structure. Just basically what Mo is saying, a kind of, just basically a plan, a structure of how this thing should be. What is the blueprint of Poshem classes? Maybe it should be so simple that a 5-year-old could understand, and so that's just the structure, the plan, and all of this.
That is it. When you say a class is a blueprint for creating an object. Now, in a class, how the object should look like to be there. What an object will be there. In other words, class just like collection of objects, or defining or creating what the object will be, how it will look like. That's why I said basically it's a collection of objects of the same attributes and the same function. All right, now that is for object, a class. In other words, okay, I won't say the same, I will say similar. Similar words, attributes. You know why I say similar? Guys, you know why I say similar?
Can't hear you, I don't know.
Can you hear me? Are you guys hearing me at all?
I don't know if it's from my end. The kind of is fluctuating. It's kind of shaking.
Yeah, you are
I can hear
breaking.
you. No, I can hear you from my side.
Am I breaking from your side, Ali? Am I breaking from your side?
No.
Okay, so if it's not breaking, that means it's not from my end now. Hey guys, I don't know, because I'm using my best network here. I don't think it's from my end. So I don't know if you can log off and log in again if you're having that issue. Can we do that quickly? Can we?
Just go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So now we've defined what an object, a classical class is now. Now, like I said, an object is just like, object is like an instance of a class. An object is like an instance of a class. Okay. If I could understand this concept, my dear, this object and class is a core programming term. So even if you don't get it once, or is a concept that you take time, even to implement it, if you take practice, constant practice, implement object and class, because basically everything you do in Python, programming of softwares, programming of applications, they're basically done using object and classes. Because why? Object and classes helps in code redundancy. It's helpful for you to reuse codes. You know be writing code that will take you 100 lines of lines. 100 program will take you 100 lines of code to write. You can use just 50 lines or 20, 30 lines because of what? Classes and objects. Just like modules. Okay, a class is just like a module that contains various functions. Example, now we have the pandas module and numpy module for what? For data analysis in Python. They are module. The math module. We will get there how to import module, save your class and object, and to import it as a module. I will do that. We'll do that in this class. You can create a class and store it in a file, a py or .py file. You can import it in your code. I'm using those class. It will now minimize the lines of code that you are writing. All right. Okay. Now, let's go to creating or defining a class. Now, let's define.
Sorry, sir. You say that an object is an instance. When you say an object is an instance, what does it actually entail?
An instance is an instance of a class. I get me. I give you an example now. You know that like what you said, Poshem is a class, right?
Yeah.
That has instance of Poshem is like they have the Excel, they have Power BI, they have SQL, and they have AWS. They all have the same attributes. They are tech skills that Poshem offers. Attributes that they are key. Then the function is that they advance they equipped their students in with tech knowledge. When I mean instance, now we have the dog example. Now we have the car class, and each attribute is that it has a model, and it has a make, right? Car has a model, it has make. Now the function is that the car can move, the car can stop, the car can run fast. That's the function. Now when it comes example of object of that class, we have a bring one car out, which is your Camry or your Toyota. Toyota is an object of a class, object or is the instance of a class. You can either call it an instance or an object of a class. That's Toyota. Toyota car has the brand as Toyota. It has the model as Camry. It can run, it can drive fast, it can stop, it can slow. These are the functions of the car class. Am I making sense? Don't worry. I will explain more with the codes here. Did you get me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So that's just it, basically. Now let us define a class. Now this is how to define class. You know how we define function in Python now. df is equals to df space function name and the rest of them. Now this is how to define class. You use the keyword class keyword CLASS class. Example, let's define a car class. CAR. You put your column. I put your column. And mind you, when you are defining a class, they have a convention. it's best you use capital letter to name your class. If there are 2 words, you use a capitalize each word. Example, now if car class, see car class. This is the best way of defining a class. It's not as if you use underscore, it will work very well, but it's like a convention, what we use to differentiate class from other functions or so. All right, this is a class now. Car class. This is your car class. Now I go down, I put my codes here. Now they have what to call an initializer. Initializer is let me define it. Initializer in this section of a class is specify the attributes of the class. And that is to say what and what. You know what attribute is now? What is it? That is the characteristics of the class or features of that class. Any confusion? Now, let's get this done now. I'm defining a class called car. Now, I want to initialize the features or characteristics of that car. What's the features? We have what are the features of a car? Just give me 2 features. I think I've named them recently now. Just give me 2 features.
The model, the carrying capacity.
Okay. Yes. A model and what? Let's just say the first attributes, like a brand. Brand is very important. How will I know that? How do you know that this is a car? Brand first, model, the driving capacity, right? The fuel tank size, right? What again? The color, right? Car color. What is it? The interior decorations color. What again? Engine capacity, right? What again? There are a lot of them. These are the features or the characteristics of our car. Now let's use you said something. Who is that? Okay. Now let's use just the model. Let's use the model, the brand, and the color, right? These three attributes. Now, how can I initialize a car attribute? We use the word. We use our normal function method, define underscore INIT underscore. Put your brackets, self. So self is like I am, as in I am of this class. So anything we are building, any other function we are building in this your class will bear the attributes of that self. Now I will explain. For example, now self, comma, we have our brand, right? We have our brand. Brand will be here. What again? Model, right? What again did I say we use? A color, right? Let's respond. Please, let's respond. Color. What again? Just these 3 now. Okay. We close. We go down. Now, we are about to initialize the brand, the model, and the color. It's just like the parameter of that car. Hello, are you getting me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's like a parameter of that class, that car class. That means to say the car has the brand, model, and color. Now, you must specify that this brand should be, as in, it should be like this brand, the model, and color should be there should be a self, as they are of the class car. How can I do that? You do self dot the brand is equals to this brand. Self dot model is equal to model. Now self dot color is equal to color. Now, what are we trying to do? We are trying how will I, what will I use? We are trying to tweak or personalize the brand. That is to say, self, SELF, is like a keyword that is being used for classes. In other words, this is myself. Self.brand equals to brand. So any attributes, any argument that enters when you are initializing an object of a class, you must pass the brand, the model, and the color. So now it will not be that particular class now has, that particular object now has the particular brand, the model, the color. Then any function at all, if you want to say, let the car, if you want to give a function of the car, you will say, all right, this car. You want to say a function that tells you the color of the car. You use what? Print self color. A function that tells you the brand of the car, you not say print self brand. Self is just like the word self is just like it belongs to me. This is what belongs to me. I don't know if you are getting me.
This self that is used here, is it a reserved word? Maybe you just
Is self is not as if it's a reserved word, it's like a convention. If you watch now, it didn't change color. Reserved words, they change. You see that this self, this DEF is a reserved word. Class is a reserved word. But like a convention, what we use always. But you can put Charles here now. It's your choice. You can put Charles here. You can still go.
Just that is a convention that most programmers use when they want to define a class.
Exactly. And is the first item in like the first parameter when initializing the class. Now, if I do this thing now, it's not wrong. Are you getting me now? Okay. Self. All right, we can say it's a reserved keyword for classes. Are you getting me now? It's a reserved keyword, basically for use for classes. Yes, it's a reserved keyword, basically used for classes. It's not as if it's a reserved keyword for the entire Python this thing. Python, let's define class outside here if it will change color. Okay. Self is equals to 2 plus 2. Are you seeing that self did not really, it didn't really change color. So self can be a variable. Let's see. Let's run this thing. Let's see if it will. Okay. I seen it now. Self can be a variable, but let's change this thing. We learn every day. I've not changed self before, but let's try this. Well, another basically is like a reserved keyword used for object oriented programming. Now let's try. Let's give this is a function. This is like a attribute of that class. Let's give a function of the class.
So like the first one you write is the one that would be like self when you change it there.
I want to check if it will affect anything. I get me. Programming is practical. I've not really changed self if I've been using self, but it's good that you ask that question. Let's implement it here to see if it will really affect anything or not. All right. So now, let's write the function that prints the color, the brand of that car. The function is print. Let's say print brand. You pass self inside, which is Charles. In the sense that I'm of this, I'm a part, as in how will I, this what would like to explain this to us? It's like, okay. In other words, we can say that if, that is to say, I take the attributes of this class, only the attributes of this class. That is to say, when he pass the argument here as self, or parameter here as self, you tell you that I take the attributes of this class. Are you getting me now? All right, since I'm printing brand, I'll go here and do print bracket. Now, am I using brand? I'm using self.brand. Charles.brand.
Charles.brand.
Why?
Since we want to print brand.
Yeah, brand. Yeah, because I've already specified that Charles.brand is equals to what? Brand. So if brand enters here, automatically it is being called Charles.brand. Now let me print Charles.brand. I'm trying to check if this self will affect us. Okay, this is if I've created my class now. Let me run it. All right, now let me creating an object of the class, the car class. Okay, this is car one. Car one is equals to car. And the car has what attribute? It has brand, it has model, it has color. Now, what's the car brand? Let's say the brand is called Toyota. Look at it. Look at now. I press my shift and tab. It shows me the attribute of that car. It has the brand, the model, and the color. Toyota Camry, and the color red. All right. Now I've created an object of that class. So if I run this car one now, let me show you that it is an object stored in this location. It's an object of its main is car. It's of the car class stored in this memory. Now, if I want to access, I can easily access these attributes. I can access these attributes. I can access the brand. No, in case I've forgotten, okay, I've forgotten my brand and Camry, brand and the model. I can access this brand, model, and color. How will I do that? I will now do color1 dot brand. Is what? Toyota. And 1 dot model. What's the model? Camry. And 1 dot color. What's the color, guys? Red. Assessing the attributes of a class. Guys, am I making sense? Am I making sense? Now you can see that the word self now is just a conversion, right? Are you seeing it? It didn't affect anything here. We use this successfully. It's like it is mostly used. All right. So we can now change ourselves back so we not confuse ourselves. Let's change everything back to self. It's not a reserved word, just like a convention.
I've gotten that is not a reserved word, that is more or less a coding convention.
Exactly, that we use.
That most coders prefer to use self.
Self than any other thing. Please, when somebody else adds your code, you will know that look at what you did here. So now, I've been able to know the brand of my car, the model, and also able to know my color. Now, I want, okay, this is just, let's edit this.
You've not changed the last child, so print Charles.brand.
Let's edit this guy since we've been able to view. All right, able to view these guys by using the access method. Now, let us tell the car to drive. Let us create a function called drive. What would drive do? Print on ignition, put hands on steering, hand on steering, then what? Move. I can choose to go down again, or I can choose to call next line here. Next line. Moving. This is what I just want. So now if I tell this car now, let me just run again. Tell this car now, car 1 dot drive. What would you think this thing would do? What do you think this thing would do?
It will print the code.
It will print on ignition.
On ignition.
Hand on steering.
On steering.
Moving.
Steering.
Moving. I didn't get the steering well, right? I'm not an English student.
Double E.
Correct. All right, so moving. For instance, now I'm a programmer. Are you getting me? I want to get the of a car. So now I will say, whenever you call the drive function on that car class, there are sorts of things that you apply. Is that if you are programming a car, you will tell the object to move from this is what we call a turtle in Python. Is a module also too that you can use to program game. You will tell the particular object to move, change position. That's moving. If you click that moving drive, It's not be changing position. It's change position. It's going to be moving. And if you want it to stop now, you will now call, if you can say if the object now is on so position. Now, you create a function here too that stop. You now call the stop. You now call the stop here now. Like you now call the function call stop. Example now, you want this stop now is a function. Let's say stop now. Let's say stop now is a function. df park be stop car. This is stop car. What will stop car do? This is self. What will stop car do? Let's say stop car will do. It will. You want to stop car? What will you do? What will you do, guys? You want to stop car? What will you do?
You stop accelerating and off your ignition, man.
That's brake. Match your brake, right?
Yes, apply brake.
Okay, apply brake.
Off your ignition.
Apply brake.
Apply brake, park, and
park. Okay.
Yes. And
let's make it new. Let's make it new lines. Let's make it new lines. Okay. Apply brake. Park
vehicle.
Park vehicle.
Put off ignition.
Okay. Put off ignition. Put off ignition. All right. Now, this is what happens when you call the stop object. Now, this car is moving. As you can see now, this car is moving. Oh. This car is moving. It's moving. Look at it, it's moving. Now, if I want to see, oh, this thing is very, very nice. Look now. Look. Okay. Now, guys, I want to add a variable, something here. Let's say speed. Let me put an integer here. Let's say let's give this guy a speed so that you guys will enjoy this thing somehow. Let's just see. I pray I don't make a mistake. It just entered my head now to give us this example. Speed. This is speed. Now, I created the objects. Look, now, as long as you are driving, I will say print driving. Print, okay, let me go down. Let me say if self.speed is greater, okay, let's just say while. Let's just use while. Let's say while what? Self.speed is greater than what? 0. See, I'm not applying our while loop now. Are you getting me now? Okay, greater than 0. Okay. Let's do something now. Let's do 0. What will I do? Print this. I will say sorry, why is no? Sorry. Okay. I will say while self.speed is equal to 0. Okay. Now, what will I do now? Print this. As long as it's greater than 0, print this. This is while loop. And it will not stop until something happens. Now, it will move. Now, as long as it's equal to 0, why this? Then we will now come here and say stop car. We call it stop car function. Now look, now we'll now go down and we are stopping the car. these two not print. Okay, yes. The stop car will do this. Why this is equals to this? Print this. All right. Who can recall? Who can give me I'm looking for how to stop this canal. 10 and 0. All right. So now I want to decrease this because stop car, it will print if it's equals to 2 or 4. Let's run this. Let's remove this. Let's remove this and run our car first. Run this car. Speed is equals to let's say speed equals to 5. Let's give speed as 5. Let's see if the car will run, if the car will drive. Where is it? Let's see. Okay. Maybe that stop sending. Okay. One more. I guys see this thing. I guys see this thing. What is happening here?
I've seen it, but if I say I understand, I'll be lying to you.
Okay, wait. You understand?
I've seen it too. Me too. I don't understand how we're driving on that.
Okay. Now, see here. I'm trying to move a car. Now, basically, this is what's telling that the car is moving. And when car will move, I'm trying to put a value that will car to move. Now, car will only move when the speed is greater than 0. Now, the speed is greater than 0 here now. The car is moving. The car is moving. The car is moving greater than 0. Now, when we have a value called number is equals to what? Number is equal, let's say speed. That is speed. That is speed. Speed is there. We have to initialize this speed as please, I'm coming. I will explain. Speed is equals to self.speed. Okay, now let's say speed greater than 0. You will not say do this is equals to this. You will not say something will happen. Yeah. I'm confused. I'm just confused with this example. Let me leave this example. Let me leave it and continue what I'm doing, so that when we are done with what we are doing, we can now get this example. I'm just trying to do something that will move the car. Then when it gets a particular level, when there is no fuel, when the speed reduced, let's say when the speed is now equal to 0, that's to say there's no fuel in the car should stop. I'm just trying to automate something here, but it seems you guys are kind of confused. But let's just leave that first. Let's continue what we have today. Then I will now take that example. I'm going to illustrate something with top, but it seems that I'm confusing us more. So let's just proceed with what we have. All right, I've created our first car. I think I've interrupted this now. Maybe interrupting. I've done that now. Okay. So these things are too much. Let me just delete it. They are too much. All right. So let's give another example of car of
Mr. P.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
I'm drawing you back. Sorry, I'm drawing you back and all that.
No problem.
I'm sorry, I'm drawing you back because I want to be carried as much as I can. I think we are getting to a very complicated, or we are becoming a bit complicated. The whole thing is becoming a bit complicated.
No problem.
Just go up, sir. Let me see if I'll show you. So the first thing we did is we defined car. We created a class called car.
Yes.
We created a class called car.
Yes.
We created a class called car.
Yes.
Then we initialized. We defined it with an initializer, self, brand, model, color, speed. So, sorry, if this question looks dumb, please. why did we do this self.brand here? Because I don't understand the reason why.
Okay.
This
Okay.
self.model, self.color.
Okay.
You understand?
It's a very good question. A very good question. Now,
I know. So this first one is the class. This first one is the class
I don't know
now.
who have two devices on. The person need to turn the volume of one down. It's echoing.
Oh, let me turn it down.
right, continue. I've helped you. Which one are you using? Is it the first one or the second one?
Okay, are you with me, sir?
Yeah, I'm with you. Go on.
Okay, what I'm saying is this is we defined the class.
Okay.
Then we started defining from this defined drive, we are now defining the objects, but
Yes, yes.
So
We're defining the attribute. We are defining the attributes of that class.
the attributes of that class.
Yes.
So
yes.
this self.brand, what does it actually, why? So because if you know the why, the application will help us subsequently. I know you said the self.brand is a convention and all that. That is a convention. Why must it be there? Why don't we just remove it and do maybe define initializer underscore init underscore brand model color? Then we'll maybe
Okay.
the reason why.
Okay. Now let me tell you something now. The word that self now is used to refer to the instance of the class itself. As in, it's used to refer that this particular object or this particular variable or attribute is of this class. Now, if you notice now, the drive function uses the self keyword. Now, when I use the self keyword, I can utilize the self.brand in that function. Now, the self helps you to define, well, let's say it helps you to define an instance of that class. How will I, okay, example now, for you to identify that this is your brother, how can we do that? So he has a what? The same surname, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Have the same surname. For you to see yourself as I say, this is my brother, have the same surname. Yes. Now, if I pass self as an argument, as a parameter there, right? I pass self as a parameter in stop car. This tells that these two functions are inheriting everything that I initialized here. So if I just put brand here, if I just put the brand, only the brand, this particular object cannot use the attributes of that class. That basically self is used to refer to the instance of that particular class. I just use as an example now. If I want to refer that your brother is your Mr. A or B is your brother, what? How will you know? Is it what? The surname, right? That's basically what the self does. It's used to refer that, oh, this particular object is of this class. And because drive is using the same surname self, that means drive can now, you'll not be able to open our door. Because Mr. S has the same surname as Nwosu, then Mr. X can have the key of the house. Mr. S can go to the kitchen in the house. Mr. S can dish any food in the house. That's basically what self does. It's like a surname given to every member of that class, to every function of that class, to anything at all you want to create, any variable at all you are creating in a class, they must bear the surname, name, self with it. If not, the other functions inside cannot use them. Example now, if I create a function here, of course, I can create a function here that will do, I can create a function here called dummy. I will just say print. I am not using the self function. Now, let's see something now. Look, let me try to print, let me try to use let me try to print brand here. So I will show you what this thing is doing now. Let me try to print brand here. Let me print brand and show you something. Let me add the brand. Brand is what now? Self.brand, right? Are you following, Mr. Charles? Kawira, are you following? Let us ask a question. So now, look, let me try to print I am not using the self function. Okay, let's print I want to know the brand. Know the brand of this car. Apple brand. Yeah. This brand. All right, so now this is what I'm doing now. Now, I didn't pass self here. Let's see if this will work. Now, I've run this. Okay, I've run this, okay, sorry. This guy I've removed it. I've run this, I've run. Now, let me now access this dummy now. Now, you know, if I access move, I've done that now. Move can move, right? I've accessed move, which is car one, right, guys? Which is car one dot what drive. What does drive did? It moved the car, share. Now car one again dot what? Stop, Abi. Stop car. What did it do? It stopped the vehicle. This is what it did. Now I want to accept that dummy. Car one dot dummy. Look now. What did it show you? What did it show you? Car.dummy takes 0 argumental argument, but 1 was given. Which is that one? Which is that one? Look, car.dummy it takes 0 position arguments. 1 was given. No argument, no argument here, but 1 was given. The one is this one here. So because this dummy function is not having the same surname with these guys, he cannot use anything that concerns this class, which is what this brand, self.brand. But if I go ahead and add something here, add a particular variable here, let's add his own value as his own model on his own. Let's call his own model, just model, and change it here. Model. I run. I come here. Now I come here and I run this guy now. You see, I want to know the brand of this car. Then this guy ought to be what? Provided. Because this guy is model, so he's not bearing the same surname. He's a variable on his own. So I must now I cannot call brand.model here, set.model. I must call only the model. I will pass it as an argument here, which is called Toyota, Camry. So this is just on its own. I run. Car takes one argument and we are giving. Where's it? Today one I gave it now. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, dummy. Let's see. Why is he showing this? Okay. Now, this guy is equals to, let's say, is equals to Camry. Now, let's see. No, this guy is not what I want. Not what I want. This is not what model. Okay, let's see. We cannot do this here. Rather, we'll do this. It will not be, it should be here. I think it should be, this is model 1. Let's say it's model 1, and this is model. All right. So this is model and model 1. Now, what I'll put here, and I'll give this one model 1. I'll give this one model. Now, let's try this now. Let's try this and see what will happen. Model 1 is equals to, let's say, Camry again. I'm going to explain something for us. Let's just see. Let's try this now. No. You should have printed this guy. Or. Okay, let's see. Let's just use set. Let's see. Maybe I wanted to illustrate something. Model 1 is not defined. We didn't define it yet. So let's just say model 1 is equal to model 1. Now let's do this. Let's remove this self here. It's model 1. Let's see if this will work now. Model 1 is coming, right? Let's see. No. This is not what I want. All right, guys, I'm just trying to explain something to us, but I think I'm missing the code. So that we'll not waste our time with this particular code here. But I'm just going to explain what Mr. Charles asks. A very good question. So what I've shown us here is that if a particular function cannot use, if it does not have the keyword here, self, it cannot use any variable or any attributes in the class. So self is just like a surname given to every member of a class or a family. That's what self means. All right. Can I proceed? Yes, can I proceed? All right. Now we're going to class inheritance. At least we have these attributes and method. These are attributes. These are attributes. These are called attributes. These are called attributes. And these are called methods. Functions are methods. Functions are called methods when it comes to class. That's to say, what can you do with that class? What can you do? Methods. All right. So we are going over to, let's take one more example. Should we? Okay, let's take one more example first. Let's take another example. Let's take one more example. What do I have here? Okay, let's take the banking system I just explained. All right, let's create a account class. Example 2, a class called bank. Now, we want to initialize the class now. So what do you think your bank account has, guys? Now this is practical. What do you think the account has?
Account number.
You give me one account number. Who again, please?
Account name.
Everybody should give me one. Yeah, give me one. The next person should give me another one. Account number. Who again?
Amount.
Amount.
Balance.
Okay. Okay, this is account number and account name. Right? Account name. Then what? Amount, right?
Or balance.
You don't, I won't say you don't get, amount shouldn't be there. I get me. You don't, what and what the is get the account number. The is amount to get the account number. Your account details. What and what makes up your account details?
ID, identification card number.
The routing number.
That's the account number and your account name, right? Those two
Yes.
now. Yes, those two are.
And ID.
You said?
Your identification number.
And now those things are secondary things. Primary things that make up account is what? Your account number and what? Your account name.
Okay.
Am I getting me? Those two are the primary.
Bank name. I don't know.
Just bank name is a global variable. It's not like a bank name. And just basically is your account number and your account name. All right. Then your balance. And balance at creation is what? 0, except you deposit. Are we correct? You can also add you said what did you say, Kabira? You said your ID, right? Your ID can be likened as an account number. Or you can say, let's say bank name too. Let's say bank name also. What again?
No, bank name. Okay, I think
ID is bank name or what?
Identification number for me makes more sense than bank name because all these account numbers generated from the bank, but ID is your identity, the one that is the government. Your government recognizes you because account name, even you can have many people with the account name promise, but ID is unique.
Let's put IDs too.
That's like I think what you mean is for Nigerians is our NIN now. NIN.
Yes, ID number. Let's use BVN. Sorry, even though you're not Nigeria, you see that. So, okay, let me just ID number. All right, ID number. All right, now this is what we have. Now we now go down. We now want to make it a family of bank accounts. We now do ourselves dot account number is equals to account number. All right. Now, ourselves dot account name is equals to account name, right? Now, ourselves dot balance equals to balance. Now, this is a keyword argument already, right? This is a keyword now. We gave it as 0 already. By creation, we assign it to 0. Self dot, this should be small I, not big I. ID. Self dot ID number is equals to what? ID number. Oh, you guys are flowing. I'm flowing now, right? Okay. We are flowing now, right?
Yes,
We are all getting now.
gradually.
Now, what can I do in the bank? What can I do in the bank? I can do what? I can do what?
Deposit.
I can deposit, right?
Deposit or withdraw.
Deposit and withdraw, basically.
And when I deposit, what will not happen?
You get a
Hello?
receipt.
What will happen what will happen to my balance?
To increase.
It will increase.
Balance will increase. Balance will increase, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm depositing with what? An amount, right? Right?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I will pass the self and I pass the amount here. I'm now introducing a new what? A new variable called amount. Hello? Hello? Are you getting me now?
Yeah.
Yes, we're here.
All right. Now I proceed. Now, if I deposit, what will happen? Balance will increase now, right?
Yes.
It will not be self dot balance is equals to what? Who helped me? Because who helped me? Who helped me?
Equal to X.
No. It's equals to what? The balance will be increased now. And balance is this guy now. So balance now will not be equal to self dot balance. Help me. Who is helping me? Dot amount. Reason it before you now implement it in your code. When I deposit, what will happen? If I deposit, money will increase now, right? So
yes.
And balance now will not be equal to the amount deposited with the amount already I have there already. Hello, can we get this flow?
Yes, I'm following up.
Are you getting the flow?
No.
Amira,
I'm trying to understand.
Understand. Get it now because it's very, very important. All right. So now account number is equals to account. Account name is equals to set the account name is equal to account name. Balance is equal to balance. The ID number is equal to ID number. Now I want to perform a deposit.
Tapi.
And I have my amount in my hand. And if I deposit, I've already said that my balance is equal to 0, not in the account. If I deposit now, I will now increment the value of the balance with the new amount deposited. So now this balance now will not be equal to your initial balance, which was 0, plus the amount deposited. And mind you, amount is only used by the deposit. So you only get amount when you want to deposit money. You don't initialize amount here. Amount should be used only when you want to deposit money, unless you Nigeria system now you open at times they will say must that you open account with a amount. You cannot put it here. Amount, don't open account and put the amount there, but it's not really ideal for you to do that. It's good you put amount when you want to deposit your money. Either you do this in Python or you simply do this. Or you simply do this. This in Python is still the same thing as this is still the same thing as this. What it means that increment this guy with this amount. And what this means in Python. We are simplifying your code. All right, now we've done that. Now we've done deposit. Now what's next you can do? What's the next thing you can do? Let's say, let me print something now. To show your amount now. So I have to see my amount deposited I deposited how much? I deposited how much amount, right? USD. Then total amount. Total amount is what? Help me. Is what? Is what, my guys?
8,000 naira.
No, now self.balance now. Ah, how did they put money? Where did they put did they put any amount here?
Wow.
You didn't get hey God. I don't know. I just normal. It's just the concept now. As in, I deposited the money. Look at I deposited the amount of money, which is this amount here. I get me. Then the total amount, total balance now will not be balance dot self. I mean, are you following? Kawira.
No, honestly, I'm lost.
Oh my God. Please don't be lost.
Mr. P. Mr. P.
Yes.
Now, I understand from when you defined the class, then you started defining the object deposit. That deposit is equal to is a function of self and amount.
Okay.
Self and amount.
Okay.
Where the self, the self dot balance is equal to you balance plus amount.
Okay.
I get up to that place. Then this print part of it.
Okay. Okay.
Because
now
I get the idea. Maybe for us that are Nigerians who can open zero account, then you can now deposit later. You get so your deposit is always going to be a function of your current balance plus the amount that you deposited.
Yes.
I understand up to that point, but the print is
it's just like I go to ATM. I go to the bank. I deposited money. I say, customer service, please let me see my current account. They will not tell me that you deposited so amount of money. Your total balance, your current balance is what? Let me your current balance is the what? Current balance is what? Is this money? This one here now? This balance here, I brought it back here.
Your previous balance plus the new deposit.
Yes, that's what current balance. All right, Kabira, I have talked. Let's see if you can do inheritance and okay, we've done this already. I think I'm just repeating just
okay, this object being especially in the last example of banking. Is that example helping us like when someone comes to withdraw, that's the code that will run?
Yes, now the code will run. After we are creating the blueprint of the object now, which is the class. After doing this, now we'll now try and say, Kawira, come and deposit money. Kawira, come and do this, come and do that. I'll create an account. I'll create an account number for somebody here now. Kawira, your balance initially is 0. Your ID number, your account name will be there. Then you now deposit. After deposit, you now see your current balance. Afterwards, you now have to withdraw and get your balance again. Are we getting me now?
Okay.
And let's do the next one. Mohammed, Alpha, I hope you are following us.
Yeah, I'm following up. Following.
It's so sweet now, right? I believe it's so sweet. It's now making sense. It's making sense now, right? The Python now is not making sense. All right. So we draw now. Let's say we draw. Now, what will happen if we draw? Self and what? Self and what again?
Self and amount also.
Account number.
No. When I call self, what happens here? I can access other guys here. Hello, I hope you getting me now.
Oh, okay.
So if I mistakenly am put okay, let's do this. Let's say print. Let's say print. Let's say print. Let's say print account name. Print account name. Print account name. Self dot this thing. Self dot account number name. I go to the next line. Next line. And the next one is what? Account what, guys? Account number, right? Account number. Account number is what now? Please don't confuse though. I'm just trying to make it be more explanatory. I deposit money now. They will give I deposit in the bank. Bank now knows my account number, my account name. They will not give my balance join to account number and account name. Account and number and O. All right. So this is it. Then this is it. Okay. The next one, amount. Now, if I want to withdraw money now, there are two conditions you must check. Mr. Charles, are you there?
Yes, self.balance.
No. Just watch now. When you want to withdraw money now, you must check two conditions. One, you might have zero number, zero amount of money in your account. They want to withdraw money. What would they show you? What would they show you?
Insufficient funds for us Nigerians.
Exactly. So if I want to withdraw money now and I have zero account, you tell me that amount of money. You say if the amount is greater than what? Self.balance. No, are you getting me now? Print insufficient amount.
Greater than or be less than.
Please think about it now. Just think. Please deposit. Think. Is it greater than or equal to or less than? This is amount. This is my balance. If my amount on deposit now is less than my balance, if it's more than the balance, what would they show me? Or if the balance is less than the amount on deposit, it's the same thing now. If the amount is greater than balance.
I'm assuming that this amount now is the withdrawal amount, is it not?
Exactly.
If the withdrawal amount is greater than, okay, yeah.
You just opposite now. It's kind of a symmetric now. I can bring this one here and put less than sign here. It's still balance.
Yeah, I get your point. That's
all right.
If we want to use numbers, that's if you want to withdraw 1,000 naira.
Exactly.
But the 1,000 naira you want to withdraw is greater than your balance,
than what?
Your balance, which is 900 naira.
Yes.
You can't withdraw, basically.
To show you insufficient fund.
It's going to show you insufficient fund.
Please deposit. Yes.
I get the logic.
If this is equals to this, do this. Else, what will happen now? Help me.
Withdraw successful.
No, now. Logic now. Think what will I do? Think first before you could. Self.balance is equals to what? Self.balance minus amount. The same thing as self dot balance minus equal to amount. I'm reducing the balance with the amount intended to withdraw, which is this guy here. Now, balance now is 0 naira. And I want to withdraw 0 naira. Of course, my balance is still 0 naira. If I deposit 100 naira now, $100 now, and I want to deposit, balance now will not be $100 now. And we want to withdraw $50 now, will not be balance minus amount, which is equals to 50 back. Now be 50. Let's print all these things here. Copy, print. Then I'll now change this one to amount withdrawn, amount, current balance, set the balance. Correct. Did you get this? Did you get this? Can you practice? Can you run this code? See how far. We are done, no? We are done. All right, let's run this. What's wrong here? Parameter without a default follow parameter. ID. What is this? ID underscore number. What does this mean? Syntax error. Parameter without a default follow parameter with a default. Why is this thing showing this? I don't know why this guy is showing this. Okay, let's see. Let's see this. Let's see this. Okay, perhaps we forgot a comma. Okay. You know the first error that we saw there. What did they tell us? The comma. Okay, I forgot the brackets. Okay, they said the parameter without a value should be before the one with value. Now, what it means? Are you getting me now? Let me show you back, Mr. Charles and Mr. What happened there? Let's check. Let's see what happened there. Let's see. Look at what they say. Parameter without a default parameter with a default. Parameter without a default follows parameter with a default. Are you getting me now? Parameter without a default follows the one with the default. So this should be the last, not before the one that don't have a default. So that's why I now copy this. And I put it. So understanding your code is a skill, your error. You must learn that, you must understand error. So let's cancel this first. Let's cancel this. Let's copy this and go down here, then correct it. Correct it. So it will be balance. Right, it now works now. Now, let's create Kawira. Let's create Kawira account. Let's check Kawira object. Kawira, let's say Kawira account is equals to bank accounts. Kawira, help us. Your bank name, bank account number. Let's say is let's give. Let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we now give Account name, let's say Kawira Glory. What's the next one? What's the next one? ID number, let's say 245. Let's say 110. Then balance is equals to 0. Balance is still 0, even if you don't call it, it's already 0 already. So proceed. Now, Kawira want to deposit. Kawira want to deposit. Want to deposit. Why is not showing me now? Want to deposit amount, let's say $20. Something is wrong somewhere. Kawira is not defined. Sorry, Kawira, not Kawiri. All right, Kawira want to deposit. Account name. 2C, account name. 2C. Where is the problem here? 2C. Look at it here. All right, correct. Look at it now. Kawira, account name, Kawira Glory. Account number, this, deposited 200 USD. Current balance is 200 USD. Now, let Kawira withdraw now. Kawira withdraw. Kawira account dot withdraw. Want to withdraw. Not withdraw. I don't want to withdraw. Want to withdraw. How much now, Kawira? 100 USD bar. No, let's try 1,000 USD. Let's run. Charles, are you seeing it? Insufficient funds. Please deposit. Why not? Let's try another one. Let's withdraw. Let's withdraw 20. Sorry, I can't. Problem again. This one. Where is it? Okay, this one. Sorry. All right. All right. Are you seeing this now? Account withdrew 20 USD. Current balance is equals to what? 180 USD. That's just it. That basically, you can explore. We can create more examples. That's basically what is objects and class. This is an object. Now you can create.
Mr. Promise.
Okay, I'm coming. You can create another object again called Charles account. That account now will not be the same bank account. Bank what account, right? And you now put your own account number, your own name, Mosu Charles. Now put your ID. Let's say this is ID 298. You now close it and run. Then we now starting your transaction. Withdraw, deposit, the rest. All right, Mr. Mohammed, go on to the question, please.
Yeah, like what I'm saying, I want to do like this Python of it thing, like is this like what the banks use like in terms of mobile money, like when you add money and stuff? Because like I'm seeing the reality here. Like
exactly.
when we run for insufficient funds, it's telling you that you don't have fund. When you add, like yeah, I'm seeing like the reality like similar to this bank mobile thing and stuff. That's what I'm asking.
That's it. That's just it. That's just practical example of what you have. What we do every day with a mobile phone and also in the bank. That's basically what we do every day. After I open the account, I deposit. After I deposit, if I keep on depositing now after Kawira withdrew now, our balance is now what? 180, right, guys? 180, yes. Right?
Yes.
Now Kawira can see You want to deposit again. Let's say Kawira deposits. Kawira deposits. Deposit, let's say deposit like 5,500 USD. You see that it's increased. I see it now. It increased. Now she wants she had a project want to handle now. She want to withdraw everything in the account. It's possible now, Abi. To withdraw everything. And she don't know how much she have in the account. Let's let her check. We'll now use the balance keyword to check how much do I have. Int is not callable. Sorry, it's an object, not is an. Now she has 60, 80. Okay, let her withdraw everything now. Here accounts. Now let her withdraw everything. I withdraw everything. How much now? Withdraw 680. 680. All right. This is it. Nothing is inside again. Yeah. Now she forgotten her account number. How can she get it? Kawira. The same thing you are pressing in your phone every time. Kawira. Wow, time is flying, Kawira account number. All right. So what is this? Aaron. This is my account number. This is just basically what we do every day in bank. All right, so guys, that's just what object and this thing mean. The next topic, let's go to the next one, class inheritance, which is the last topic. We are about to come to the end. We are almost about to end this class. I think our last class is going to be on Wednesday. All right, on Wednesday next week is our last class. So the next topic is what? Class inheritance. Now, what is class inheritance? Now, guys, what is inheritance basically? What's inheritance? What do you think is inheritance? What does it mean?
Acquiring something from getting something like that you didn't actually work for. Like maybe you get it from your parents, your siblings, or someone else.
Okay. Who again? It's not necessarily, yes, you're correct, yeah. But basically, inheritance is like one deriving an attribute or a function from a superclass or from a parent class. Example, now we have inheritance allows us to inherit or derive, let's say allow one class to derive attributes or methods, attribute and methods from another class, which is what? Parent class. This is a child class. The child class, which is called child. You can say child. Of course, you inherited some attribute from your dad. Your dad is tall, so you became tall. Your dad is fair. You took his complexion. These are kind of is relatable to human's life. Yes. So now we want to create an animal, a class called animal. I know that animal class, we have the animal name, and they can all speak. Animals can speak, right? And they all have name. These are the one attributes animal has. They have name, and they have their color, right? And again, the function is that animals can speak and they can run. Now, let's create a class called animal. We want to create a class, then a parent class, then create another class that will inherit the attribute and the methods of that superclass or that parent class. Now, a class creates a class called animal that will, a class called, let's say, dog, that we inherit the attributes and method of a parent class called what? Animal. So in other words, you can example now, I don't know how we can create a different class that will not inherit from this bank class. I don't know what else we can do that we can create a class that will inherit. That is, in other words, you want to create a dog.
Can you
I
use
already
fintech
have.
for that thing?
Maybe
fintech or mobile money, mobile bank, like all those the Momo.
Exactly. You cannot. We can go down now. Say let's create a class called mobile money. Mobile app, right? And of course, mobile app will have account number, have account name, have balance, have ID number, right? So now we have to put the bank account inside there. That is how we inherit this. If you want to now extend it, why not? You go down, you cannot extend. Then say let's say what can these guys do? I don't want to output transfer. I'm not really transferring. Transferring takes a lot of logic. So I don't want to put transfer. The logic now to add transfer now is not that easy, because transfer now will not make you. I want to go access the value of this. You now start assessing. No. We can't do transfer here. We can do something. Let us still check. Let's still check balance too. Let's still check balance. I'll check balance here. Check balance. And check balance now can now take the value of self. Check balance can take self, and you now put print this same thing here. This same thing here. Where is it? Okay. I've not put self check balance here, but okay, I've not do check balance. Okay, let's see this. Let's copy this and put here. Then let me say let's say current balance. So this works. Hope you guys get me. Let me just copy this. Let me undo all these things that I wrote here. Let me undo all these things I wrote here. Let me undo some of these things. Let me go down now and do it here so that you see what we did. All right. You see what make code long in a program? Just what that you're writing now. You're not writing the long code from this small guy now who did this. Who did this. We now did this. So this mobile app now, you can always check your balance there. You can't deposit from there, but you can just transfer now. I did this transfer logic. I don't want to start thinking about that. Let me just leave it for now first. I'm doing the ones that I can think of for now. So what we'll do now, we can check balance. And balance will now give you account name, account number, account number and name, your current balance will now print. So this one now inherits all the attributes of this particular class. The same thing here too. I want to create let's say example 1, create a class called mobile app. That, thank you for Charles. That particular example is really nice. Thank you. I'm feeling it now. I'm really feeling it now. Called mobile app that
Mr. Promise.
Yes.
Please don't delay to upload this thing. We need this video. It's very essential. I said don't delay to upload this video today or tomorrow. We need this video.
I will try. It said it's for the 8 hours now. For 8 hours, so before the end of tomorrow, you guys will see the video by God's grace. Tomorrow or latest Friday morning. Inherits and attribute and methods. All right, so this is just basically what we did. Now let's do another example. No, we can now see that. Let's see. We can now see that. Let me run. I want to run Kawira back. I don't want to go back. Let me just run Kawira. Let me run Kawira. I run. Now Kawira dot check. Can I do check? Let's see. Okay, no, I cannot do that for Kawira check. I will create a new account with mobile app. I'm not creating a new account. I'm opening my account details of my mobile app. All right, Mr. Charles. Hope you're feeling it now. And opening my account details of my mobile app. Right. I do this Kawira. Let's say Kawira mobile app. Mobile. I run. Now Kawira mobile app now be able to check our balance. No, normally before we didn't check our balance. That's our code. Mobile app dot check balance. The function. Let's go. 0 USD. Because we did what? Kawira, what we did before, because we what? Okay, we did not have any money before. Now that was the initial balance. Now no money. You can now deposit and do everything you want to do again with that mobile app.
Mr. P.
Yes.
Okay, just finish before I ask my question.
The next example is the class animal. Class animal has its attributes. Let's say df underscore. If you notice now, I didn't do that. I didn't do this df again here because it's always already inheriting this particular df, this int here. So I didn't do it in this one again. So now I'll just do this one too. Underscore. The animal will have what? To have their, it will have, yeah, let's just use name. Let's just use name. Have name and self dot name is equals to name. Now, what can the animal do? What can animal they can run? Df run. So self. Let's just print self dot name and then put your string can run. Right. So we'll now put this guy can run. As to say the dog name can run. All right, now let's create this. This one is created. What's the next one? Let's inherit. Let's create a dog called dog. Dog now will now inherit animal. So because animals can run and they have name, I don't have to create a new. I have to create another one. I just go here. Dog now can back, right? Df back. And I put self I want to put, I can do print self dot name. I will now say is name backing. So now I've inherited this, all right? I've inherited it. And mind you, I'm always using print. I'm not using return. Oh. You know that, you know what I told us about print and return. So in case you are creating a system that want to use the value of that guy somewhere, you must know that you will now use your return, oh, not print. All right. Okay. So now I have a class animal that dog inherited from. Run this. Let's say I create a dog. Let's say dog 1 is equals to dog. What's the name of that dog? Let's say the name is Bingo. Okay, now Bingo dot back. Bingo dot back. That'll be Bingo backing. What if Bingo dot run? What will it be? Bingo can run. So this particular guy now is inheriting everything here. So just like I'm duplicating these two values on that here. So inherit, no one advantage of inheritance is like it helps us to reduce the number of code we write. It helps for code reduction. All right, Mr. Charles, ask a question. I think we are done with objects and class. We're done with it. Ask a question, Mr. Charles.
I don't know whether it applies here, whether it applies to the example, especially the mobile app and the normal traditional bank example we just cited. I don't know if it applies. You know, when you open a mobile, when you already have an account and you open a mobile, for us that are Nigerians, you open a mobile account maybe with some of these fintech guys. If it is MTN, Momo, or maybe you're using this Chinese OPay or Moneypoint, your account is automatically, I know that they use some of the KYC you do from the traditional bank most times, maybe your BVN, your and all that. In practical, this thing, can you actually, as far like from this one now, what we saw is you automatically inherited when you did the Kawera own, you automatically inherited both her balance and all those things. But
no, I didn't inherit operated balance. So I just inherit the initial balance, which is 0.
Oh, the initial balance. Oh, okay.
I didn't inherit the last balance she updated.
This is what you inherited is her initial balance.
Yes.
Okay. Now, that's what I wanted to clear. That's what I wanted to be clear on.
Okay. Yes. Now, when doing that,
it applies here. It's just for. Thank you.
No, it applies. That is just like now you are doing this thing now. This particular thing we did here now is kind of different from the concept we are coming with. I just did an instance here. I created an instance with this guy. So when that particular thing work, it will work only when I think a data engineering approach, because they know how they do it, is that when opening the account, when putting your account on the mobile app, it won't initialize, you won't inherit this balance. You inherit the updated one, and there's no way for us to inherit the deposit. And if you're getting me, there's no way you cannot deposit. You cannot just inherit deposits here, deposit here, or withdrawal here. We can inherit everything. But later, I might make my more research on that and see how we can implement that. But I know that what you inherit the object at creation, not the instance. This is the instance. All this thing we did here. This is what we did here now. Deposit, withdraw, deposit, balance. They are all instance. Are you getting me? But what we are inheriting now, we are inheriting the object itself, not sorry, the class itself. Class itself at creation, not the instance, which is the after creation. That basically what we are doing here. All right.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So any question, please? I believe Kamira have a question. You have a lot of questions that you want to ask me. I know. Kamira, also, please ask a question, please. Please, we just
No, I don't have a question. Maybe they will come after watch the video.
Okay. I trust you. Mohammed, how are you? You are good, right?
Yes, I'm good.
All right. I'm very excited that we are about coming towards the end of this Python class. But you know, the more we go, the more you get kind of complicated. But you won't get everything one day. Like people always say, with time you get it. Now look at what we have left. We have covered all this. We've covered all this today. What we have left is just to introduce what NumPy and Pandas is, then to introduce what Matplotlib and scikit-learn is. They will now talk about our projects, recap and overview, which is this will be on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Then today is day 9. I'm not mistaken. I'll be day 10. Today is day 10, right? Yeah, today is day 10. So we are kind of
today should be like day 9.
I think it's day 10 because we started on the 15th, 17th, 20th, 22nd, 24th, 27th, 29th, 31st, which is 8th day. Then 3rd is 9th day, and 10th is today, Wednesday. So something happened one day. That day that coach gave us his words. So that was why we didn't really exhaust that particular agenda that day. So that was why we had to treat this particular for loop and nested loop again. That was that day. So we'll be working with -1 day now. This one is coming up next. Then this one last. These two can even go. We can even treat this in one day. Then end with end on next week Monday. Yeah, you can treat this because it's just an introduction to what's the console about. 1 hour can do this. 1 hour can do this. All right, guys. So is it no question, right? So I guess we are good. All right, guys.
So I want to also not a question. Join what's his name? Join Mohammed to appeal that we get the videos earlier.